again, our mission really is about getting women of all abilities and all paces in running.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to a special edition of Runna. I'm Juliana, your host, and welcome back to your favorite local running community. This week, we have a very special guest because I am here at the Every Women's Marathon screening of their film, Forward is a Pace, and we have the Team Milk Executive Director?
Senior Manager.
Senior Manager? Again, ADHD.
All good, all good.
Alexa D. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. It's beautiful here in Falmouth. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
You literally came on the most beautiful day, I think, of the entire year. So, like, kudos to you for really just, like, banking it in. It's so nice out today.
It's beautiful. This is the kind of weather that makes me want to run. This is the kind of weather that makes me want to get outside.
And there were a lot of people out running this morning. I even saw some of the ladies who were upstairs out running this morning.
Yes.
So, but I'm really excited to have you because we just were at a viewing of Forward is a Pace, which is the short film that Team Milk and the Every Women's Marathon have created in collaboration. And it was a moving experience, you know. The film itself is really amazing. But let's just kind of start with you, Alexa.
Sure.
Let's start where we start every run episode, which is your personal running journey. Is there an origin story? Is there a Wolverine origin story for Alexa's running?
I so appreciate this question. I think I've loved so much about being on Team Milk and working on Every Women's Marathon, everyone has their own run story. Everyone has a unique story of how they get into this sport. For me, growing up, I think I sampled every sport I could possibly sample. I played field hockey, lacrosse, basketball. I tried everything. And honestly, a lot of coaches put me on defense because I was a slower runner, I was a slower mover in cardio. And with that, I sort of developed this internal doubt, like, is running really for me? Because I think I was told often, being slow, maybe I'm not the best on the field. And what I came to learn is I can take control of that myself. And so right around the beginning of high school, I started to go on runs myself, just in my local neighborhood, local community, and I love music, so put my headphones in, got in my zone, and realized I actually love this. The components about it I love especially are being outside, being in nature, and getting into sort of like a meditative flow.
Yes.
And when I took the barriers off of worrying about what a coach might think of my speed, and I just went into what I can do and kind of take it as an adventure, I fell in love with running. And so I would start to run, and what ended up happening for me over the course of my sports career is I picked and choose maybe a couple sports I loved. I ended up loving golf randomly, but which it took me on a whole, again, nature journey of just being outside. But what I love about running is the access that you can be anywhere in the world and just lace up and go on a run. And so for me, about a 3-mile distance is like my sweet spot to feel like I got a meditation in for the day, feel like I touched grass for the day, got some air for the day, and mentally it has really helped me. And it's also kind of created this confidence of believing in myself that I love for running. So that's me. That's my running journey.
No, I really love the angle that you're coming at it from, of finding your place in running and not being judgmental about it towards, like, yourself, more or less, because we're our own biggest critics. Like, we hear those coaches and they're usually doing it like out of love, out of consideration. Like 9 out of 10 coaches have your best interest in mind and they're trying to just get the most performance out of you. But like, the person who's the meanest to you is usually yourself, and you're the one who's like kind of setting barriers for yourself a lot of the times. And one of my biggest things when it came to running was like letting myself be free and just being like, oh, what do you like about this? Like, and enjoying it and finding, I got to know what songs you started running to. Like, do you have like songs that live rent free in your brain that were like, yep, these are the first songs I started running to?
Great question. It is kind of all over the place. The iPod era was very real for me. I would say probably Black Eyed Peas, Let's Get It Started.
Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
Love that, just like the beat of that. And then they're kind of having a comeback right now, but All American Rejects, like, a lot of their
Dirty
songs
Little
really
Secret.
hit for me. Yes.
Yeah.
Move Along.
I have those both on my current playlist.
Yes.
They are bangers still.
So good. They just kind of like light a little fire in you, and I love that.
I love this. I feel like most runners, especially people who just have like an affinity towards like creative and musical things in general, we associate songs with like certain points in our running journey. I know, like for me, for my first marathon, what is the Rascal Flatts song from the Cars movie?
Oh, Life is a Highway.
Yeah, Life is a Highway. That came out like one of the hardest points in my marathon, and I'm just like, I mentally assigned a song to each marathon because one of them just like sticks with me. And it's just like that music is something that connects us with running, and it can be a part of like what makes you fall in love with running as well too.
Totally. And the evolution of that as time moves.
Yeah.
There's some songs I think that will always be in my heart while I'm running that they come on and I can connect to so many parts of life.
You just like start vibing. You're like, yeah.
Yes.
It's a
totally.
nice time.
It becomes a party.
Yeah, it should be a party. And well, speaking of parties, and we're going to move into this, how did you get involved with Team Milk and the Everyone's Marathon? Were you working for Team Milk previously? Were you working for Everyone's Marathon? How did you get involved with what is now the Everyone's Marathon and being part of Team Milk? Totally.
So I've been with Team Milk since we've been in the recent iteration of supporting the run community, which started in 2022.
Okay.
But backing it up for a second, Team Milk and what we are.
Yeah, what are you?
We are a team that supports athletes and have been supporting athletes for years and years and years, but Milk itself has been supporting athletes for centuries. Real milk, dairy milk.
We all know the mustache.
We know the mustache. We love the mustache. Where we are now is we're really the OG performance beverage. And it's really interesting because there are so many drinks in the market of athletics, but milk comes already with 13 essential nutrients that you need to function. We've got B vitamins for energy. We've got protein already innately in the beverage. We've also got calcium, which is great for bone health. We've got all kinds of ingredients that are great for immune health. And so when
carbohydrates as well too.
Carbohydrates, exactly. And then when you think about chocolate milk as a recovery beverage, it's incredible for rehydration. It actually hydrates better than water. And because it's 80% water, but then the rest is all essential nutrients and carbohydrates that you need to restore and replenish, as well as for muscle recovery. Oh yeah. So it is, and I just love that there are so many sports that have already kind of recognized that chocolate milk moment. But running, it is so incredible because you really need to refuel after you're out there running. So Team Milk, we're out here and we've been in the marathon space for several years, but recently in 2022, we started to show up at all the big US marathons, and specifically for women in running, because there has been an incredible movement since one of our captains for Every Women's Marathon, Catherine Switzer, ran the Boston Marathon under 261 Fearless, her bib. But there's been, movement for women in running, but we would like to see more. We would like to see spaces that are really, truly inclusive for women. And so we went out in 2022 and started showing up at New York, at Chicago, at Denver, in the expo space, sponsoring women for those races, but also showing up and cheering them on all the way through. We had Team Milk cheer sections at various miles. Because the support and also the resourcing needs to be there for women runners and in a real way. And so since 2022, the mission has evolved, and that came from conversations with lots of real women runners who basically gave us a lot of feedback on this is what we're missing, this is what we don't have, this is what we don't see. And Team Milk took that to heart. And it's not just about recovering and refueling with us or fueling up with us when you train, but also having spaces that really represent and include all paces and all abilities of women runners. Yeah, I remember seeing you guys at the New York City Marathon when I ran in 2023. I think I remember you a little bit in Chicago, but I also remember the cheer zone in New York as well, too. Yes. I remember that being a thing. So it's so nice to have an organization that is actively supporting women runners and that has a recognizable presence that if you need something as a woman runner, this is a good place to start looking for those resources, and that you guys are actively putting them out. Because women have very different needs than men, generally speaking, or female identifying human beings. One of the things that we've taken away from the Everyone's Marathon, because me and Kathy, who are a big part of the Cape Cod Marathon, like to steal things from other marathons, is we're going to start including
like tampons and pads at all of our aid stations.
Yes.
Because we're like, why weren't we doing that before?
That is something that, and I love that you said why weren't, because we
heard
that
it's
feedback.
Like, why were we not doing that?
Yes.
It's not hard. It's not like we probably only need like 10 of each at each aid station, because like how many people are probably gonna like not bring one with? I know when I'm on my period, I always bring an extra tampon with me when I'm out running, just in case. You never know.
Right.
But like, we want to be able to be there for the ladies too, and the female identifying people who need that.
Totally.
At like mile 20, when they're like, oh shit, like I need something, like someone help me. It's like, yeah, we want to be there. But
totally.
For you guys, what has it been like, kind of hearing back from the ladies who are running with you and adapting to things and providing for what maybe wasn't there before?
It's been incredible. It's been I get chills talking about it every time, because it's such a joy in all of our team that's designing this experience, Every Women's Marathon, and all the materials that come with that, because we really believe in creating a community across the country of women who feel supported in running, and providing those resources along the way. And so I think in terms of the conversation and the channel, we are just an open channel for feedback of what women are looking to see in running, and seeing how we can best incorporate that. And we can kind of get into some of the different details of race design that we've made intentionally for addressing those concerns. But essentially, we've been on this journey of showing up at real marathons, sponsoring real women to run, fueling them with milk, and then learning we can create this space that doesn't exist, and hopefully we inspire others. And so I really love your point about things you want to incorporate in Cape Cod, because we're hoping that some of these design elements do inspire other races to make more inclusive experiences. Yeah,
so let's talk about that. What are the things that you guys have like really, like maybe like your key tentpole things that you have implemented as part of the 26 Point True Marathon experience that really make it different from like your every other marathon out there? Because there's no other marathon out there that is specifically catered to ladies.
Yes. So I would say it comes in a few categories. One is ultimate girls trip and vibes.
Well, I mean, the vibes have to be immaculate.
The vibes have to be fabulous.
They have to be on point.
Yes, because and we were chatting about this a little earlier, but making running a party, making it joyful is something that we hope will be there. And I understand when you're running 26.2, sometimes it doesn't feel like that all the time.
It's an up and a down.
Yes.
There are some party moments, and there's some like not pity party moments that are happening. And you just gotta ride the roller coaster sometimes.
Yes, and so we want to make sure that it feels truly like a joyful, fabulous, fun community experience. Whether you're coming solo or you're coming with your girls to our Every Women's Marathon experience, you're gonna have support, you're gonna have party moments, you're gonna have cheer sections, you're gonna have all that good stuff. So that's sort of one category. And then accessibility is really important to us.
Yes.
In course design, in weekend experience design, and all of that. And so some key elements that we really feel core to our program: very long finish time, as long as we can possibly negotiate. So we've got 7-hour 45 right now as our finish. And for us, it's important because we want slow runners and we want first timers to feel equally welcome as anyone would be in running a marathon distance, and celebrate it along the way. So making sure that we have fuel stations and cheer sections as loud throughout that entire experience.
And open the whole time, too.
Open the whole time so that you're really getting the best of the marathon experience at every pace. And then in terms of catering to women specifically, we like to call them our VIP amenities, but making sure that we have bathrooms that are stocked with menstrual products and women's care products throughout the experience, because it was something that we noticed was not available on other courses and had heard was not available. Another one is like just celebration of different women's run clubs, and making sure that we share out those run clubs, because as you're starting to join the sport of running with other women is so empowering and so joyful and exciting. And so making sure we're connecting the dots of, we are a national program, but there are many, many local run club partners, Falmouth Run Club today, which we love and so appreciative. We feel welcomed when we travel and share our Every Woman's story across the country. And we want to make sure that those local partners are also feeling excited and welcomed on ground, and recognizing that you can come solo or you can come with a pack and still feel that girls' energy throughout the weekend. And then honestly, resourcing in terms of coaching and training guides is really important to us because when you're starting your marathon training journey, I think it's hugely important to feel like you know where to go for questions, concerns, and there's no bad question. You're trying something that is truly, could be very challenging.
It should be challenging. If it's not challenging, you're doing something wrong.
It's very challenging.
You might be cheating the course at that point or something.
You know, it's a daily challenge. And so
it's hard.
How can we make something that is approachable but also welcoming to ask questions? And so we designed 3 training guides with expert coaching and expert dietitians. We have our beginner guide, our intermediate guide, and our advanced guide. So if you are a frequent runner or this is your first time, you have resources to come. They're totally made available free through everywomensmarathon.com. But beyond that, we also have coaches and expert athletes on our team that are available for Q&A and questions. So that's a little bit of our...
Yeah. And so my follow-up question to that has been, is that have there been any suggestions, comments, questions, concerns that have taken you by surprise that either were just surprising in general or were surprising and then had like a robust, resounding like response where people were like, yes, this is what we wanted, but it was just like an odd request to begin with or something you just weren't expecting that people would be requesting or would want potentially as part of their experience?
I think the questions that we've received are all, like, nothing has really shocked me because I think yet that...
I think yet is a good thing to put in front
of that. I think yet is good because, you know what, like I said, we welcome feedback and we welcome questions. We want to design something that is truly fun and fabulous and supportive along the way.
Now for you, has there been either one or a few standout moments where you've really thought to yourself, this is exactly why I'm doing this?
Yes.
Would you like to talk about one of them maybe? Or you can just say yes.
Yeah. I feel like there are many. One that calls to mind is, she's actually captured in our documentary, but Lisa, she's ran 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days. 212 marathons by the time she's running our race.
Freaking wild.
Just that alone, that story is so incredibly inspiring.
Yeah.
I think the joy and the positivity that she spreads throughout her experience of running our race, and it's captured in the film, but she really authentically goes out and says, run happy. And embodies that. And she also shares that with runners, which we had 40% first-timers last year on ground with us.
Fantastic.
Which is amazing.
Love that.
And the support in the course was really, really real. And it's women like her that want to share this mission of distance running with so many people and want to genuinely run alongside you and encourage you, which was happening throughout the marathon when so many like mini conversations were happening, and Lisa's really representative of that. Feeling.
One of my favorite things that I like to do when I am running a marathon, or just I did it this morning when I was running, I do it like on a daily basis, is give what I call a power up, which means I run by you and we give a fist bump, because that's usually easier because people's hands are usually like this.
Yeah.
And I go, good job, and I give people a fist bump, and I'll just do it on any random day of the week. I don't really care.
I love that.
The thing is, it's a completely selfish thing, because when I do that, I get the power up. I feel like, yeah! And I just I get like an extra little pep in my step for a little bit.
Yes.
So it gives people a little bit of energy, but also is very selfish on my side too, because I'm like, yeah, I stole their energy because we're having fun together now.
The connection is real. Which I guess I'll share one more anecdote from Savannah last year's race. But we had a lot of out and backs. It was a flat course, but out and backs in that the way that the city of Savannah is designed, there's a lot of neighborhood pockets where you'd be running. And
kind of like a cul-de-sac moment there.
Exactly. And you couldn't make this up. The support on the course of runners was so real that women who didn't know each other at all were high-fiving, were fist-bumping each other as they were going out and back and just screaming like, you got this, girl, you go. Like, incredible energy. And that was a first for me to see that on a course authentically come to life.
When it comes to the documentary specifically, where did the idea for that start? Like, obviously someone had to be like, oh, let's document this. And you have to think about that at least a little bit ahead of time, because you need to get the camera equipment, the people, plan out shots that you want to get.
Totally. So that is from the heart of Team Milk, who's behind every women's marathon. And so we have the ability to share the story of what we're building with every women's marathon. And we've thought about different ways to do that. We certainly have our socials live where you can see sort of short form video of the experience, of the materials that we offer. But we realized there was a much bigger story to tell here. So it was an intentionally designed documentary piece to capture the first year of every women's marathon and the team building it as well. Catherine Switzer being one of our biggest role models as well as inspirations in the design. But I think what's been amazing is just to see it come to life on ground and captured. You can't make it up. These are real stories of real women who showed up at this race for the first time that it ever was organized, and they're beautiful and touching and moving stories, and they're very, very real, which is awesome.
How many times have you cried?
More than I can count. And I know it will keep happening.
I just know if I were you, the count would be at least over 300 right now, at an absolute minimum.
Yeah, I don't think I can even put a number on it, but that's what makes me so excited to get this out into the world. I do really want more people to see Forward as a Pace. We've been on the film festival circuit nationally. We've had some screenings in LA, in DC, here in Falmouth, in Arkansas. We've kind of been all over, and this will continue, but we're working towards figuring out how to release the film wider so that people can see it.
Yeah, I'm assuming then there are plans so people can watch this from home if they can't access one of these film festivals around here. I mean, we're lucky here in Falmouth. We have the Woods Hole Film Festival that happens every year. Very fun, eclectic, and cute. But there is plans to get this out to the larger audience.
Yes, we are working on those plans.
Okay.
We will let you know. Check us out, everywomensmarathon.com. But yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, and you said that this year's race is happening in Savannah, Georgia. Is there anything between last year's race and this year's race, besides the location, that you are excited for to either be changed or included or like upgraded more or less?
Yes. So last year we were in Savannah, Georgia. This year we will be in Scottsdale, Arizona, November 16th.
Oh, did I say Savannah for a second time? I might have said that twice.
Totally okay. I've said it a lot, but I just love to give it credit for its inaugural amazing year that it was.
We give
creds. It was fantastic. We will be in Scottsdale, Arizona this year. We're so excited to travel. We really intentionally want to make sure that women can access this race across the country, and so moving it to the West Coast, we're really excited to have West Coast runners that will be local this year. We are, in terms of this year's energy versus last, we want to keep the exact same joyful girls trip vibes that we built last year.
Yeah.
And we want to take it up a little notch. We're hoping that more women will come join us. Our registration is still open. There is still time to register.
Yeah.
And in terms of on ground, it will be a very similar format. We're going to have a wellness fair and expo on ground that will have yoga and expert-led panels and shoppable experiences and generally just girls' joyful vibes in that there'll be music in the space. And so we're really calling that our wellness fair and expo. And then the race itself, this is exciting. We're net downhill course this year. Last year we were flat. We're net downhill.
Nice.
That also came with just the idea of wanting to really be accessible to all types of runners and first-timers. We will not have any hairpin turns. We're really just trying to be an open course that is navigable and will give you a little bit of the Sonoran Desert energy. Definitely beautiful vistas and experiences throughout the course design, and the map is live. We're pre-promoting that, so you can take a look and see if this looks appealing or joyful to you, hopefully.
Your choice.
Yep. And the other piece is our Finish Line Festival, which I love. It's like a big party, and we're working on details for that now. More will be released very soon, but it'll be the same energy of last year, where you're wrapping up that course. There's going to be food and fueling and chocolate milk, and then there will be a concert experience on ground to really dance and experience or sit comfortably wherever you are in your marathon journey at that point. But we want to celebrate with a real party, so there will be a concert at the end as well.
All American Rejects?
I can neither confirm nor deny. No,
that would be honestly a pretty good pull.
The one thing that I really, really love, and we did this last year, is we celebrate women artists because it is every women's marathon.
That's probably a good point. Yeah,
it is the ultimate girl power and empowering party.
Kelly Clarkson, then.
We'll just keep the guesses coming. But that will be shared very soon, hopefully.
Ooh, well, I look forward to that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, if someone is still like a little bit on the fence, so like, I don't know if I want to run this race or not. I don't know if the marathon distance is for me. Like, I'm maybe considering myself a runner, maybe not. Us runners are absolutely horrendous about saying that we are runners. But what would you say to someone who you want to convince to run this race, who you are like, my friend, you can do it. You should do this race. What would you tell me if I was like in that kind of like teeter-totter mindset?
I'm going to quote two of the incredible ladies from our film, Forward is a Pace. Jess, who just shared with us, you can do hard things. That's a running mantra. And also Lisa, who says, run happy. Yeah. I think that we are somewhere where you can come and really experience happiness in running. You're going to have cheer sections. You're going to have women on course supporting you. You're going to have the incredible power of like the party atmosphere that we put together. It's truly a happy experience from the moment you touch down in the Every Women's Marathon destination. And then beyond that, the challenge of a marathon is remarkable and is something that no one can ever take away once you accomplish it. Yes. But the ability to do that in the course time that we've got at Every Women's, where we have a 7-hour, 45-minute cutoff, you can walk that race. If it is something that you're looking to accomplish and try. So I think we're inclusive and accessible, and we're also really, really fun. And that combination is pretty great.
I feel like the only downfall of this race, as far as I can tell, is that when you leave the race, you're sad because the race is over. But then it convinces you that you have to run it again next year. So,
well, the thing also to add to that is, and Jess shared this earlier, but you make friends along the way in the Every Women's experience, in the training of it, in the run clubs that you encounter and experience, and then when you're on ground, you make new friends. Yeah. And I think that has been one of the most delightful parts, is not only in our team that's putting it on, but the communities we meet. Yeah. We make new friends along the way, and they become really real friendships because you are tackling 26.2 at the end of the day.
Yeah, whether that's like 3.5 hours or that's 7 hours and 45 minutes, you are out there on this course with these people, and you are forming some kind of bond with them.
Yes.
And it sounds like, for most people, especially at this race, a very positive bond. And I can definitely get behind the making friends at a marathon start-finish line and like somewhere in between zone.
Yes, yes. And there's a lot of sort of like, especially with social media, staying in touch and staying connected, even if you're not from the same state, it really does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for telling us about that. We'll wrap it up with my favorite little segment, which is, what shoe do you choose to use? So if you can just tell us a shoe that either lives rent-free in your brain forever and ever and ever, or your favorite shoe.
Yes.
What is the shoe that you just like, is your brain's go-to when you think of your favorite shoe?
Favorite shoe has to be the Saucony Triumph. I have the 22s. They are like a cloud. They are like walking on a slipper. I love them, and I'm excited for the 23s. I'm excited to try them out.
Do we want to shout out the Every Women's Marathon shoes as well, too?
Yes, so Saucony is our official partner this year, shoe partner. So definitely go ahead and visit our socials, and you can take a look at their beautiful shoe design. But we're really happy to have them on as partners, and they've been incredible to work with.
I'm very excited to go see what the shoe looks like, too. I love a fun shoe.
Yes.
Yeah. And if people want to find out more information, I'll link this down below, friends, if you'd like to get more information. But why don't you just tell us maybe the website and the socials, and then if people have questions for you, if you have an email address or some other contact information you'd like to share.
Yes, yes. So everywomensmarathon.com, you can find all our resourcing and where to sign up and be a part of Team Milk and this amazing marathon experience. You can also find us at Every Women's Marathon on Instagram and TikTok. Please feel free to send us DMs. Our DMs are open. We love Q&A. We love feedback. We'd love to hear from you. So you can find us there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on. This was so nice.
Thank you so much.
Yay. And friends, if you'd like more information from me over here, you can hit us up at Runapod on Instagram, and then runapod@gmail.com. If you have any questions or something gets lost, I can always forward stuff over to them as well, too. So, but thank you all for being here, and we'll see you on the next episode of Runa. And that's it. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Nice. Woo! We did it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Runna. This podcast is edited, hosted, and produced by me, Juliana Coughlin. Brought to you in part by the Falmouth Running Club and the Falmouth Community TV station. If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on Instagram and on TikTok at runnapod. And you can send us an email at runnapod@gmail.com. And our original theme music was brought to you by the one and the only wonderful Jeffrey Hutton. And keep up the great work. I'm proud of you.